Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome back. It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So, on this video, I want to talk about a couple of things that I think are really important regarding Sony PlayStation and Microsoft Xbox One X. A lot of people have been asking me, what are your views so far on both consoles, and how do you feel about both of them? And are you more towards Sony or are you more toward Microsoft? Let me just tell you, it's neither. I'm only toward something that's a better experience. Now, what does that mean when I say a better experience? I'm only looking to see what each console has to offer in terms of experience. And both consoles have something to offer, obviously. Xbox One X definitely offers the most powerful experience for the third-party games, meaning you'll be getting a lot of native 4K third-party patches and upgrades because of the power that the Xbox One X has. But all that could change once PlayStation 5 comes out and they're able to roll out the same thing on their console as well. Now, the one advantage that Sony has, in my opinion, it's always been their strongest ability to produce a good quality first-party games. And they've been doing that ever since, guys. If you look at Sony, ever since 1998, they always have been able to deliver on these games. Metal Gear, Siphon Filter, Resident Evil, Final Fantasy. Oh my God, the list goes on and on and on and on. Okay, so Sony has always been on the first party exclusives and delivering on that aspect, and they always been delivering on that aspect ever since they started their console. All right, and they have been leading the way. You know, this is something that no one can deny, and a lot of people say, well, but the Xbox 360 came. The Xbox 360 gave us the Gears of War, Crackdown, and then the first Xbox gave us the Halo, Project Gotham Racing. Look, I understand all of that. That's fine and dandy, but when you look at Sony and the juggernaut of exclusives they were able to produce, and they're still doing it, they're still making that happen, it's hard to deny that. It's hard to say, oh, no, we can't just leave Sony out of the loop, you know, because that would be like the elephant in the room, and no one talks about the elephant in the room. So that's how I feel, my personal opinion. If you are a gamer, and if you consider yourself a gamer, I would say buy both consoles if you can, because you are going to get benefit of the both, meaning that you will be able to play your third-party games on the Xbox One X, and then you'll be able to take the advantage of that 4K and HDR. All right, but then there's a flip side to that. People will say, but do I really want to spend $500 just to play these third-party games, because I can still play them on PlayStation 4 Pro, and it's not going to be like a drastic difference between the two? Yes and no. You know, like when you look at Far Cry 5, it's running in a native 4K, and it's definitely better to be playing it in native 4K. But is it something that you would maybe want to go out and spend $500 just because of the third-party game that you can already play on a PlayStation? I would say no. You want to save your money. I only have it because I'm a gamer. You know, I like to experience best of the both worlds. I want to experience what Xbox has to offer with Sea of Thieves, which is fine. And then, of course, with Sony, I want to experience everything they have to offer. And then Nintendo, obviously, on top of that as well. But if I had to choose, like if I had to, if someone put a gun to my head and said, hey, you have to make a choice, the clear choice obviously would be Sony. There's no question about that. You will not make a mistake going with Sony. Sony is definitely gonna make you happy. They're gonna bring out all of these first-party exclusives on top of the third-party games that are available, and also on top of PlayStation VR games that are available as well. So you got a huge, hefty library of games on PlayStation. So I would choose a PlayStation if I had to choose. But right now, I'm happy with having all of these consoles. It doesn't really bother me. But I know some of you have to make that choice. whether it's because of your ecosystem where your friends are playing, or just simply you prefer one system over the other. But looking at it from like gaming aspect and the amount of games that you're gonna get, the good quality first party games you're gonna get, there's no denying that Sony definitely wins in that department when it comes to these first party high-end premium exclusives. And I talked about this in my videos. People have been asking me, but you know, Xbox got Forza Horizon, got Forza 7, Forza 8 coming, Crackdown 3, State of Decay. That's cool. That is cool. But those are not really, in my opinion, a high-end, fresh, new IPs. Okay, they're not like high-end premium exclusives. All right, and I know some of you will disagree on this. To me, a high-end premium exclusive, it's something like God of War, something like The Last of Us 2, something like Days Gone, Detroit Become Human. There's all of these games that are like high-end premium quality exclusive games. And on the Xbox, you're not seeing it. What you're seeing on the Xbox is just simply them milking the franchise that they already have. And what is the franchise that they already have? It's Halo, so they're milking Halo. But Halo really has dropped out of the radar ever since Bungie decided to step out. It's not there, okay? It's just not there in terms of storyline and whatnot. But in terms of graphics, they did amp it up a little bit. So what Microsoft is doing is they're just kind of milking whatever they have right now, which is Gears, Halo, and Forza. They're just milking Gears, Halo, and Forza. All right, and I'm not sure what's going to happen with Crackdown 3, if it's going to be successful or not. Who knows, man? It's hard to tell. But my point of view is, like I just said earlier, it's basically, what is it you're looking for? Are you, if you're really a gamer, let's just be honest, if you are really a gamer and you love a great gaming experience, then there's no question that Sony is going to deliver on that end. They really have a huge, hefty library behind their backs, okay, ever since 1998. The amount of games they have, the amount of exclusives they have, not to mention PlayStation VR and what they're working on that as well. So if you're looking for like a really great experience, I think PlayStation will do that for you. Xbox will give you a good third-party experience and indie, independent experience as well. But in terms of exclusives, you're gonna be disappointed. I love my Xbox One X. I love it, but right now on it, there's just collecting dust. There's really nothing for me to play currently. Sea of Thieves, after you discover everything, after you've been everywhere, after you sailed whatever there is to be sailed, there's not much else to do on Sea of Thieves. Okay, it just kind of becomes boring. So yeah, I mean, but I do play it for third-party games. I do check out the third-party games. All right, but there's just not really. There's just there's nothing there for me to say, oh my God, you got to play this one game. It's a killer. They don't have that. And it's kind of sad that Microsoft can deliver on that, because they do have a very powerful console and they're not taking advantage of that powerful console that they have. They should definitely take the advantage of the powerful console that they have. Anyway, we'll see what happens on E3. We're going to wait and see what they can deliver on E3 show. Other than that, these are just my points, my honest point of view on both consoles. Okay, and that's how I feel about it. And that's why I'm making this vlog, because I want you guys to know I'm not a fanboy. But looking at it in an honest point of view, there's no denying that Sony is the best choice to go with. There's just no question about that. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully you like this vlog, and take care. Have a good one, though.